All right. So, what things do you wish you would have asked your folks?
Well, I had asked Grandmother Emma all about our family, her sisters and where they grew up, and
That would be your mother's side of the family?
my great-grandmother Emma. She was the one that was blind. But, you know, when Aunt Vicky came to visit, I didn't ask much about her family. I didn't realize her husband had married in college and everything. You know, you just don't think about that.
As a youngster.
As a youngster, no.
Now, if it doesn't go too far into too much, in more of a factual way, as she was saying, because I was asking Frances about this, but were there any kind of rivalries, like farmers that you wanted your farms to be better than their farms, or anything like that?
I don't remember that, but I know my dad loved on Sunday evening, we'd drive and look at everybody's crops. I don't think there was any competition. And I thought that's the most boring thing in the world. And Dad was real funny. He didn't like to talk on telephone, neither do I. And we'd have company, and he'd say, now, you just stay as long as you want, but I'm going to bed. And we never sat in his chair.
Oh, that's funny. So what was he looking for when he'd drive around?
The crops, see how well they were doing. It was in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, that field looks good, or this corn's getting tall, and all that. And then we just have popcorn for supper. By the way, with the churches, I don't know that Francis told you, we couldn't afford a full-time minister usually. So there would be students from Butler come by interurban. Did he say anything about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where he was saying they'd have somebody pick them up from Hemlock, is where the interurban came through.
And Dad, we were taking them back one time. I think I told you the story about Frank. And Frank was sitting on the preacher's lap. We were all crowded in this car. And Frank dropped his candy, and Dad kind of scolded him. He said, well, the preacher made me do it.
Well, speaking of the interurban, what's the farthest that Orval and Bessie ever got from home? Did they ever go on any trips or anything?
Well, Mother and Dad used to take us down to Rosa Tucker's, Shelbyville. And we went, now, when Dad was older, he rode with a trucker to New York. He was so excited about that. But they really didn't travel a lot.
What did he say about it?
Mother went to Muskogee a lot when her brother lived there.
Is that Illinois or Muskogee?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was
okay.
in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Now, what happened in New York? What did your dad do in New York?
He rode with this trucker, and he got to see the whole countryside.
Really?
He used to go up to Chisholm's Corner. Whenever they sold that place, they had to sell him with it. But see, he drove the stock truck.
Oh,
After
okay.
Mother died, and that was good for him.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good.